Let me start by saying something bold. Strong women don't overshare, they build quietly. If you're showing up where you're not valued, if you're talking where no one's listening, if you're trying to please people who interrupt, ignore, or disrespect you, then to be honest, I admire your stamina because you're exhausting yourself for the wrong audience. You keep bending over backward so they are happy, but in the process, you're losing yourself. To be honest, you can't please everyone. And let's get that straight. You cannot make everyone happy. You could give your heart, your time, your energy, and some people will still find faults. The Prophet, peace be upon him, the most humble human, the most perfect human ever, was still rejected by his people. He was called names, mocked, ignored. So, who are we to expect applause from everyone? So, it's better to seek pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and stop living to win people's approval. You were created to serve Allah and not created to serve other people's opinion. Kindness without boundaries will destroy you. And that's the second thing that you need to consider. Kindness is beautiful, but kindness without having any boundaries is very, very, very dangerous. Look at how many people around you, or maybe even your mother, have poured themselves out to make others happy until they have left nothing for themselves. Like they do every single thing, putting each and every person of family and relatives above them, and still having nothing in returns. Islam teaches balance. Yes, it's very important to be generous, to be kind, to be gentle, but make sure you don't destroy your own self in the entire process of doing it. You yourself has a right over you. You're not weak for having boundaries. You're not selfish, to be honest, for protecting your peace. Stop oversharing. People are not your therapist. One of the things that truly destroy your confidence and you as a woman is that you overshare. You meet a random person and you start pouring everything you have inside of you out. You don't own everyone access to your soul and your story. Stop telling people everything. Not everyone who listens loves you. Some people, to be honest, are going to use your information against you in the future. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "Seek help in achieving your goals by being discreet. Your traumas are in public security." Like, I have seen many girls sharing their trauma stories and making friendships based on trauma bonds. Like, what kind of a friendship is it which is based on trauma bonding? It's somewhat your insecurity. Your pain isn't their entertainment. Your struggles don't belong and shouldn't belong in the DM threads. It's very everyone I feel have an urge to share their sufferings, their traumas with the people. So because it kind of creates a sense of relatability. But strong people don't do that. Because there's no one out there who can help you. to be honest. Only you can your only you can help yourself. Not everyone, and let this be loud, not everyone deserves access to you. Let me say this very clearly. Nobody needs access, and no one deserves to know your thoughts, your feeling, your next move, your business, your happy moments, your entire life. You don't need to explain why you distance yourself. You don't need to justify anything, whether it's your silence, whether you're why you're having boundaries. Umar ibn Khattab said, silence is wisdom. The quieter you become, the more you hear. The less you say, the more peace you keep. Detachment is a cruelty, it's self-respect. Handle disrespect with dignity. If someone disrespects you, you don't make a scene out of it. Don't beg for kindness, don't argue to be understood. Just leave with dignity. Walk away from the situations without turning them into a movie scene. Let's take an example of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. He never lowered himself to the level of his enemies. He was always responded with calm, not chaos. This is strength, this is sunnah. And I know it's very hard. We oftentimes want to punch the other person in the face, but that's not the right way. That's not the sunnah way to do it. So it's better to walk away. Learn to love being alone. Romanticize solitude. I kid you not, it's the best thing ever that would ever happen to you would be solitude. If people only value you when you need them, walk away. If they mock your silence, embrace it even more. True strength, literally the true strength is being okay with your own company. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, used to retreat to the cave of Hira. Not because he hated people, but because he loved silence with Allah. And when you start loving solitude, it helps you build connection with the Creator. It helps you know yourself. It helps you deepen your understanding of religion. And there are so many perks of solitude. Like, I could create an entire video on why we should embrace solitude. Rejection isn't the end, it's redirection. You need to get comfortable with the rejection. Someone walked away, good. They made space for someone better. There's always a new perspective to things. They chose someone else, good. They freed you from false love. Rejection doesn't mean you're not worthy of love, or it doesn't decrease your worth. It reveals who wasn't meant to join your next chapter. And everyone has their own timings in your life. And that's what you need to understand. Perhaps you dislike something and it's good for you. There's a verse from the Quran and you might be familiar with it. Don't fight for those who walked away when you needed them. Stay close to ones who have always been there. You don't need to be liked, be respected. Strong women are not obsessed with being liked. They're not committed to being respectful. Speak with clarity, say what you mean. Don't apologize for having a voice. You're not too much. You're not too loud. You're not too honest. You're just finally being real you. And that makes people uncomfortable, especially the ones who benefited from your silence. Lastly, build quietly. Sister, listen, you don't need to prove your worth. You don't need to fix their version of your story. because everyone will have a version of you in their minds, which it doesn't necessarily has to be entirely you, and that's okay. You're either going to be villain in someone's story or a hero in someone's story, and that's how life works. You cannot be goods in everyone's book. Let them think you're a villain. Let them say what they want. Allah loves the truth. So build quietly, heal in private, speak only when it matters, give them less of your heart and more of it to Allah. This is very important. Only thing that matters is your connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because when you stop chasing people, you finally find peace. Be strong, be soft, be silent. Let Allah write your story. I know it's already written, so live it with confidence.